Hello viewers, welcome once again to our channel. Today I will explain the working and installation of fully automatic water level controller, a newly launched model for direct online 3-phase pump motor starter. Before I start explaining the automatic functions of this water level controller, I would like to show you the manual functions of this starter. The starter has two buttons, one green button. When I press this green button, it will give supply to the pump motor. This lamp will act as pump motor just for demonstration. And press red button, it will cut off the supply to the pump motor. I will show you something more about the components functions installed inside of this starter. And for that, I'll have to remove the cover. Before opening the cover, I will cut off the supply to the starter and then remove this cover of starter. This is inside of the starter. 3 points, 3-phase supply will come here and will go out from these 3 points to the pump motor. This part is the sensitive thermal relay mechanism, which is for overload protection, and this part is the contactor. This is the contactor coil, and when contactor coil is switched on, it will give supply to the pump motor. Now firstly, this thermal relay is for overload protection. This thermal relay mechanism has the adjustment according to the load of the motor. Whatever motor you buy, and according to that load, you can set this mechanism on that. Suppose we buy a motor for 2 amperes load, so we can set the mechanism here at 2 amperes, and after setting it, when we start using the motor, if motor starts consuming more load than that we have set here, this thermal relay will trip and cut off the supply to the contactor's coil, and contactors will switch off the 3-phase supply to the pump motor. So there won't be any damage to the motor. Briefly, I will explain the technicality of this thermal relay, how it works. This thermal relay has one NO switch for switching on the motor, and this switch off button is NC button. When pressed, it will become on, off, the circuit will be opened, and this on button will remain normally open, but it will be giving supply when pressed. Firstly, when we press this on button, it activates the hold circuit created inside, and that circuit is enrouted through the NC button, switch off button of the starter. When pressed, it will activate the hold circuit, and that hold circuit can be opened on 2 instances. One, when we physically press this NC button in order to open that hold circuit, and second, when there is an overload, more current being consumed by the motor, then thermal relay mechanism will trigger the latch of this switch off button in order to open the hold circuit, and in that case the supply to the contactor coil will be stopped, and contactor will cut off 3-phase supply going to the motor. So it gives full protection to the motor in case of overload or short circuit. Now coming to the working of water level controller, this water level controller is packed in a corrugated packing box. This is the packing box, and this box consists of one drill template. So you can mark the drilling points according to this drill template and straightway put holes into the wall and fix the cabinet on the wall. So it becomes very easy to find out the size of the holes. So few nylon ties for fixing the tank sensors in tanks. One mainly for 220 volt supply for the controller. There is one installation guide for tank sensors. We have provided two sizes, 1000 liters and 500 liters, for installing tank sensors into the tanks. There is one operator's manual. Details of this manual I shall explain later in the video. There are two pairs of leads, black wires for switch off buttons that will controlled by the controller, and red wires for the switch on button. This is water level controller. It has few screws and wall plugs for fixing it on the wall. This is the controller. The cabinet is made of ABS material, acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, precisely the material which is very strong and shockproof. Panel of this controller, one on off switch, one push to on button for instant motor switch on, two LED indicators, one for standby and other for motor switch on. This indicator will come on only when motor is activated. The controller has four connectors at the bottom of this cabinet. First two wire connector for 220 volt input supply, and second two wire connector for the connection to control switch on button of the starter. Third three wire connector for sensor switch wire connections. These connections are to be connected according to the colored sticker pasted above this connector. Black wire will go here and green and then red. No other connector is required to be connected as per the colors. Only the tank sensor switch wire connections are to be connected in combination with the colored sticker. And fourth connector, two wire connector, is to control the switch off button of the starter. This is back side of cabinet, two holes at the bottom and one at the top for mounting it on the wall. Controller also has two separate boxes in which the tank sensors are packed. This is top tank sensor. These are concealed sensor switches which will sense levels without passing any electric current into the water. In other words, we can say the floating sensors. These will float along with the levels of water in the tank. So no oxidation, no maintenance. It has one counterweight, adjustable counterweight, which can be adjusted according to the size of the cabinet and according to the levels of on and off switching. So you can always adjust the switch on level by increasing or decreasing the length of the wire, and accordingly you can adjust counterweight for setting the switch off level for the sensor. This sensor switch wire has around 2 meters length along with this. Now coming to the connections, we can install the cabinet on the wall according to the drill template and put holes and fix it on the wall. First 2 wire connector is for 220 volt supply will be given here, and second 2 wire, these red wires in the second 2 wire connector will be connected with the 2 points, first 2 points of the starter from right side, first and second. We can straightway fix these 2 wires along with the other wire. Its third 3 wire connector is for sensor switch wire connections. So these wires can be fixed as per the colored sticker pasted above this connector. First black with the black, and then green, and then red. And these 3 wires will come here in the 5-way connecting strip. First 2 wires, red and then black, will be connected in first 2 connectors, and third and fourth connector will be in short circuit, and fifth connector will have a green wire. And from the other side, same colors, the overhead tank sensor wires can be connected here, and for lower tank sensor there are only 2 wires which can be connected without keeping in mind the color coding. Only the overhead tank sensor wire connections can be connected according to the color combination. The fourth connector has 2 wires which will be connected with third point and fourth point. After connecting these 2 wires, we have to remove second to third wire, this red wire, which is already connected and comes along with the starter. Only this wire has to be removed, and no other wire is to be removed from the starter. After connecting the wires and removing this wire from second to third point, as per the number mentioned on the starter, this is 94 and this is 93 and 95, 96. First we have to connect the start red wires with the 94 and 93, and we have to remove 93 to 95, this red wire, and in place the black wires will be connected with 93 and 95. That is all. After connecting these wires, I can turn on the automatic system and give supply to the starter. When water level in the overhead tank goes down and reaching a level where we set the sensor for switch on, it will switch on the starter. And when water is fully filled up in the overhead tank, it will automatically switch off the starter. This starter will also be switched off in case water runs out in the lower tank while pumping. But the lower tank fills up again and reaching around 30% level, it will again switch on the starter, but finally the starter will be switched off by the controller when overhead tank is fully filled up with the water. This is the prefixed function. Once we set the switch on and off levels for the floating switch sensor, it will work according to that level. This system also has an option for instant motor switch on, which can be used even if the overhead tank is not reaching the point where we set the sensor for switch on level. The way we've set it here for switch on, and at the top of the tank it will switch off. Now water is around 50% in the overhead tank, and we need that controllers should switch on the starter immediately because of shortage of water, or there can be power cuts also. So in order to ensure that we have the maximum quantity of water filled up irrespective of any position of this senses switch in the water tank, we can press this button in order to turn on the starter instantly, but the switch off function will remain automatic. That's it. However, this function will not activate the starter in case there is sufficient quantity of water available in the overhead tank. Like now the tank is full, sensor is at the top. If I press this button, it will not come on. It will come on only when water is not sufficiently filled up in the overhead tank. The main highlight of this controller is that it has been designed specially to work to control this type of starter. As I've already explained that this sensitive thermal relay mechanism for overload protection, it works with the load being consumed by the pump motor. When load exceeds whatever we have adjusted, then it trips. It happens only when this press button is not continuously pressed. We press it once and then it triggers the hold circuit of the mechanism, and that will be cut off either by the manual pushing the pressing the NC button, or the thermal relay mechanism according to the overheat because of overload, it will trigger the latch of this switch off button. So this starter will give 3 seconds command to the switch on button in order to activate the hold circuit of the thermal relay, and after 3 seconds the controller will be separated from the starter in order to allow the thermal relay mechanism to work effectively. I will show you practically also. Now the controller gives command to the starter for switch on. Now during this time, in case motor is consuming more current than what we have adjusted here, then this starter will be switched off through the relay mechanism. Like I press the switch off button, it will switch off even if the controller is in the on position. So this way the starter will function independently even if the automatic system is giving command to the starter for switch on. After giving switch on command, it will be separated from the starter, and starter will independently be working in case of overload, so it will take care of that also. To show you more clearly the functions of 3 seconds starting trigger, I will use the continuity meter. These are the 2 points for starting, and when I give switch on command, this water level in the overhead tank goes down. It will switch on for 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds it will be separated from the starter in order to allow this thermal relay work independently in case of short circuit or overload. And this timer will be automatically reset for the next cycle. Again, it will switch on the on button for 3 seconds only, and again switch off automatically. So this way, the protection to the motor will remain intact with the automatic function by the controller. We also have the option, in case we use one bed switch or any type of switch, and connect this switch's wires along with 93 and 95 point, or along with these two wires. After connecting these two wires along with the switch, we can have the options of using the starter manually as well. I turn on the switch off the automatic system and start operating this starter manually. Just one button, and this is switch off, switch on, and switch off. This is complete manual function. In case you wish to use automatic function by the controller, turn the switch off and switch on the controller. The controller will start operating the starter automatically. So this controller has specially been designed to maintain the purpose of overload protection by the thermal relay mechanism. So guys, this is my demonstration and installation of fully automatic water level controller, which is a new model to control direct online 3-phase pump motor starter. This is the operator's manual, company's background, and complete functions have been given, and component wise functions, and this is the installation guide, how to install and connect tank sensors, lower tank as well as the overhead tank. All colors are given there, and how to connect on and off switch wire connections with the starter. First two red wires will be connected in first 2 points, 94 and 93, and the black wire connection for switch off wire will be connected with 93 and 95, and all we have to do is to remove this red wire between 93 and 95. That's all. And salient features, technical specifications, and some precautions which are to be taken while installing this gadget, because it's a 220 volt gadget, and of course 3-phase pump motor starter, which must be installed by a trained electricians only, and some warranty conditions. So guys, if you like the product, check up the links for online purchase mentioned in the description box of this video, and for more detail or any query, links are also available for website and email ID in the description box of the video. If you like the video, please do like, subscribe and share. In my next video, I shall be displaying this model, which is for 2 tank sensors, one for the reservoir tank and other for the overhead tank. And in the other video, I shall be displaying the controller's function with one reservoir tank and more than one overhead tank sensors function. So stay safe and healthy, and also in touch for my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.